Oh shit.
Yeah.
Um,
So that was Open Arms. One
Polities, right?
Polities, yeah.
Polities. Man, that dude's pretty cool. And he's like open arms, like yeah, we're all good, but if we don't come back, we're gonna kill you guys. Like
Well, well, yeah. What's funny there is,
he's like, look, open arms.
well, Odysseus goes in, like sword drawn, and Polites tells him to relax. And I forget at what point in the song he says it, but he mentions he can see, he like in his eyes that he carries guilt in his heart, and that he can relax. So Polites can definitely tell something's off with Odysseus in this moment, and is trying to reassure him. But then when it comes to the Lotus Eaters themselves, it's kind of funny because what I imagine is that when the Lotus Eaters reveal themselves, Odysseus points a sword, and then Polites just kind of like puts his hand out and lowers the tip of the blade down as he steps forward, and asks the Lotus Eaters for food.
Right.
And then they give him food, and Polites is like, "See, this is what happens when you treat the world with open arms." And at that point, I imagine he picks up and he eats some of it, and he probably like pupils dilate or something. And in that moment, he's kind of like euphoric because he's being affected by the lotus. Um,
And then he notices it's glowing and has
yeah,
the glowing seeds. He's like, oh,
yeah,
you can't eat this. Do you have
that's
anything else?
that's what Odysseus is. And so I imagine at that point, Odysseus is trying to like pull him away from the cave, um, because in the actual myth, most of the crew went there, and they ate the lotus, and what they ended up having to do was like tie them up and drag them back onto the ship until the lotus wore off.
Okay.
And so I imagine you kind of have a version of that here, where Polites is under the effect of the lotus for some of his song.
Yeah, like that's why he's still talking to the cave people. They're like, yeah,
Right.
yeah, this is great.
Yeah, it's like
It's like, look, open arms, guys. Like this is
like
cool.
my friends, I want to show Odysseus that this world is great. Do you know where we can find other food? And at the same time, imagine the entire time Odysseus
He's
is
like,
trying to
come on
drag
now,
him back
we
out through
gotta
the
go.
cave, and at some point probably just like picks him up and throws him over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
I guess we're going east now.
Yeah,
Now, would Odysseus take that information like and actually like think it's a good credible source at that point?
it's actually what the next song's about.
Oh shit.